Hi friend, I am Leigh Keckner. Welcome to day number 7 of 33 days simply manifesting. 33 days to getting your heart's desire. And as I like to start out every video, if you guys would please join me in 3 grounding breaths. And today I think we would like to breathe in, or I would like for us to try to breathe in. We're going to breathe in through our nose and find an ache or a pain in your body. Find somewhere that is needing some attention from you. And when we breathe in today, we're going to just breathe in loving light. We're going to bring in a golden ball of energy directly from God and the universe to surround that ache and pain and to move it around and loosen it up. And then we're going to breathe out to release it. So find a place, if you want to just close your eyes and just get quiet and still for a moment, and find a place in your body that has been talking to you, that has been telling you it needs some attention, that has been hurting you or straining you, or a crick in your neck, or a hurt in your hip, or a stomach pain, or even if you are actually ill with some sort of an illness, that you just allow yourself to connect with that illness or to that pain or to that crick in your neck. And then if you could just picture a bright ball, like a bright golden ball right in front of your face. And when we breathe in, we're going to breathe in from that golden ball, and we're going to take that energy and that air to the place that hurts, and we're just going to let it be surrounded by the light. And then when we breathe out, we're going to breathe out the toxicity or the pain or whatever it is that's holding it there. So let's try that today. If you put your feet down on the ground, uncross your legs, put your palms down on your lap, and just envision that ball. Connect with the place that needs some love inside of your body. And let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Breathe in the light and love. And out through our mouth. One more time, breathe in the bright light. And out through your mouth. Thank you so much for doing that with me. Hi, you guys. I'm really excited, and I want to start with my hair and my eyelashes that you can see that I have on that are actually falling off in the corners and starting to stick straight up into the air. But I wanted to get one more use out of them. Yesterday, I shot Superior Donuts with my husband. I auditioned for a part, and I got it. And it was my first audition and my first speaking part. And they did my hair like a country singer, and they put fake eyelashes on me, and I had a frickin' blast. And the thing I want to share about this is, I have been talking in these last few days about how we have to match the energy. We have to become, we have to think and act as if for the thing that we want. For years, I have been asking David, will you work with me? Can we do something together? Will you work with me? And he was literally like holding my forehead while I ran in place like a cartoon, just going, please stop it. Please do your own thing and let me do mine. You are reality. I'm an actor. They don't go together. And he's been like resistant to me for years as partnering with me at all in any work environment. And as I have let go of wanting and trying and asking and doing this to him, where he had to forcibly push my forehead away as I ran in place, as I let that go and I started doing my work inside, and I started realizing my power and what I'm good at and focusing on myself, and really, like he said, you do your thing. I have done my thing, and I have been doing my work, and I have started to match what's here with what I want. So when I was asking Dave, I was kind of needy, and I was down here and I was nervous, and it was this low level energy, and I was asking for something up here. And he was thinking, hell, I don't want to bring you into my work when you're here and all nervous and you don't know who you are or what you're grounded in. And I don't want to bring you up. I can't bring you into my workplace because I'll be worried about you, or have to take care of you, and I need to show up and work. So as I've done my work, and as I've focused on and been doing this kind of stuff that I love and that fills me, Dave was able to see me in a new light. And I stopped asking him if we could work together. I just let that go and started really focusing on my heart's desire. And as he has watched me, and he has not said any of this, but I'm just picturing why it manifested all of a sudden, is as he's been watching me do my thing and step up and rise, he's seen my energy level go up more towards joy, happiness, and abundance. not a wanton or running around trying to figure myself out. And as I have risen up, he has seen me here. And without me saying a thing, he said, I think my wife would be good in this part. And then they called me to audition, and I pushed through my fear and did it, and I got the part. But I had to do my work. I had to change my story. I had to step up in a powerful way for my husband to see me as a coworker, to see me as a person who could do that, instead of a needy person who wanted it, right? So my disco hair, I mean, my country western hair today is, because I slept in it and it's still cute, but is paying homage or giving awareness and acknowledging myself for doing the work that I got to get my hair done and perform with my husband. And it was such a blessing. So when you notice that my eyelashes are coming off, I know it too. I'll probably take them off right after, but I didn't know what else to do with them. So I want to try and enjoy them one last time. Okay, so today is called Chew and Digest. What I love about these, and every once in a while during the series, I'm going to take a break where we don't have to learn a new principle. We don't have to, what did I miss yesterday? Oh no, she's getting too far ahead. So today we're just going to take it easy. And I'm going to interact with some of your comments if you want to comment as I'm talking about stuff. And we're going to just chew and digest. Today's day 7. So the first day was introduction. It was kind of basically breaking down what we were doing. And in that first day, I said a quote from Henry Ford, which was, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And that is so beautiful to let you know that you are in charge with your thoughts and your feelings of what happens in your life. If you have negative thoughts, you're going to get negativity in your life. If you have powerful thoughts, you're welcoming in powerful options, situations, work, friends, everything. So starting just to realize that you are the master of your fate. In day 2, we talked about giving ourselves to open our mind, if you've never heard this before, but that we are, as I call it, souls temporarily housed in these earth suits. I like to do this. Every year it kind of stretches out farther, which I'm also enjoying, not dreading a little bit. But we are powerful beings directly connected and made in the likeness of God, and that is housed inside of these temporary earth suits. So when we start to realize how powerful we are, we're not our spinning brains, we're not our childhood stories, we're not, and by the way, everyone had something in their childhood that sucked. Everyone. Because our childhood sets us up for our overcoming, for our rising up, for our learning and our wisdom, and then we get to share that with other people. So be grateful for your painful childhoods, reframe them as gifts for your learning and healing, and then use those to be a powerful person in the world in whatever field you're in. Use that information. And also when you've hurt, you've learned from it, you've overcome it, and then you're in gratitude for it. When you see other people who are hurting, you can guide them, you can help them. If you lost a parent, if you lost a spouse, if you lost a child, if you're sick, and you've learned from it and overcome, you are a teacher now, you are an expert in that. And you can share that knowledge with other people, so it's such a blessing. On the third day, we talked about partnering with power, literally that the universe, God, whatever you call it, source, spirit, we can link arms with and walk through and enter into every conversation, every job, every situation. And I used it as thinking about, hey, Lee, you are going to be the Kansas City Chiefs football team by yourself. We're going to give you the ball, and the whole Los Angeles Raider defense is going to come at you. Do you want to try and navigate it by yourself, or do you want to put one of the most powerful blockers ever in the history of football in front of you to help you? Ah, wow, that's an interesting decision. I'll go with the blocker. That's what it's like. We have the biggest energy available to us inside of us. Tap into that. Connect with it. Invite God. Clear a space off from your brain spinning with your stories. Clean a little space and say, God, sit down in my brain. Be with me in this situation. Be with me in this interview. Be with me at the grocery store. Be with me when I speak to the teacher. Be with me when I do my first line. And trust me, yesterday I did it a lot when I was about to go up for Superior Donuts. I did that a lot. I was like, all right, God, I'm here. I'm owning myself. Partner with me as I walk in here so I don't forget my lines, so I can get my breath out, so I don't wonder where my mark is and freak out. I'm going to ruin it all, which that spinning started. And I was like, nope, not today spinning. You're out. and my powerful self is here, connected to God. And then I knew I could do it. Okay, so make sure that, I'm going to just see if you guys, if there's anything. Go KC, there is no, try there. Oh no, maybe I won't read the comments till later. I was going to try and actually interact with you. But I'm just going to keep going, and then I'll look at it like I normally do. On day 4, we talked about all of the work that we are here to do on the planet is within. Okay, that's so cool, you guys. Every time you're pissed and you want to point at the driver in front of you, you want to point at your children for making you mad. By the way, no one can make you feel anything. It's always a choice, how we react, how we choose to show up, how we choose to respond. So knowing that everything, and I wrote down, life is our classroom. For me, my playground, because I'm quite childlike, even though some of my family wish that I would act more adult. Life is my classroom / playground, and the people are my teachers. So everyone that shows up that triggers you is showing you where you have work to do. Everyone that shows up and is in joy with you is showing you, wow, I got some good shit going, good people are coming. So I'm starting to be grateful for everyone, the people that piss me off especially, because that is where I have work to do. The people who are fun and who are elevating me, that's a party. That's a respite from learning. That's an acknowledging you're on the right track. So know that everything is here. If you want a better job, be better with yourself. If you want more peace in the world, be more peaceful with yourself. If you want a more loving, gentle family, be more loving and gentle with yourself. It really is that Gandhi quote, be the change you want to see in every aspect of your life. You show up that way, and it allows other people to show up that way as well. Day number 5. We talked about that spiritual practice is a must. You have to get quiet, because I told you that the soul whispers to us. It's near the heart area, I think. It whispers to us what we need. It guides us. But when we're spinning up here, we can't hear it. So meditation is kick ass. And don't let it sound like a weird spiritual word. If you've never meditated, here's what it is. Basically, when we start this with our 3 breaths, that's meditating. Why? Because when you breathe in and you focus on it, your brain can't spin. Our body is breathed without us doing anything. The moment we focus on an automatic thing, it stops our brain. So that's a gift. It's giving your brain a vacation from the crazy, a vacation from overthinking, a vacation from stress. And stress is bullshit. Stress is giving energy to something, and it does no good. It only hurts your body. It doesn't make a change. It doesn't make anything better. It literally breaks your body down into dis-ease, and too much of it causes disease. So every time you feel stressed, every time you feel nervous, every time you feel pissed, by the time I do my 3rd breath with you guys, I feel so connected to who I truly am. In 3 breaths, I go from, I just came from, there I am. Anyways, showing up, if you want a different life, you have to show up in a different way, right? Einstein says, if you do the same thing, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. So if you show up and go, this is going to be a great year, this is going to be my year. Okay, what are you doing different? How are you showing up? How are you being gentle with yourself? How are you showing up to go from here to here? Day 6 was awareness. Awareness kicks ass as well, because awareness is the key to change. Awareness is the key. If you can't kind of come out of yourself and look down at yourself, when I get really crazy and I scream at my kids, literally I can stop and go, oh wow, there's Crazy Leigh, out of control. But that's not who I really am, so I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to say to Crazy Leigh, I'm here, I got you. Because Crazy Leigh, I think, is connected to our old hurts, which is our younger self. So maybe you could say, I got you, you're okay. You don't need to freak out. You don't need to be scared. We're working together here. Take a breath. And then I can show back up with my kids. But awareness, being aware of how you speak to people. Know that everything is made up of energy. If you looked at how your heart is, what your stories are, how you're feeling, are you happy and joyful? Do you have a bright light energy? Or is your energy dark and heavy and people are like, oh shit, get away from that. Even if people can't read energies, they can. They can feel like, I don't want to be near that person. That person's always complaining and bitching, and I want to be happy. I can't be around that anymore. So realize how you're showing up. Have awareness of yourself. Have awareness of your thoughts. When you are aware, you can shift them. When you are not aware, you're sleepwalking. You're doing your to-do list. You're going to sit in a cubicle in a job you hate and take pills to sleep and die unhappy. Or maybe you're not. That was just an example. But I think a lot of times we sit down and we go, this is what life is. Great. No, it's not. That's what your story is. That's what you are creating. So just having awareness of how powerful you are and how in charge you are of your life. So I wrote, I love this excerpt. Is that the way you say excerpt? From Mary Oliver's poem, The Summer Day. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? We are here for a second, you guys. Really. I remember when I had kids, people were like, oh, it goes by so fast. And every day felt like 8 years. I was like, my ass. And all of a sudden I'm 51 and my kids are taller than me. I'm like, damn, it went by fast. So what are you going to do with your one precious and wild life? Think about that. You have one shot here. Another thing, and I'm going to wrap it up here. Another thing that I found interesting is when people go, he died suddenly. That's my story I used to say about my dad. He died suddenly in his sleep. I didn't really get to say goodbye. And, you know, cancer sucks, but at least you got to say goodbye, you know, all this kind of thinking. And what I realized is we all know we're going to die, right? We all know any moment could be our moment. It could be in a car accident. It could be an illness. It could be a heart attack, an aneurysm, anything, right? We're all going to die. So knowing that and owning that and knowing this time is quick, start treating yourself how you want to be remembered. Start loving your partner, that if they died tomorrow, you wouldn't kick yourself going, I can't believe I freaking kept mad at that for 3 weeks and then he died. I wish I would have cleared that up. Clear it up. We don't have to wait for disasters to live. We don't have to wait for death to love. Clear that shit up. Okay. So I think we can lose he died suddenly because we all know we're going to die. We all know it's coming, whether it's tomorrow or in 30 years. So it's not sudden. We know. Let's prep for it now. Let's love now with all of our hearts. Let's say I'm sorry for the stupid shit we've done. All right. I'm getting a little bit over. Okay. Here's my quote for today. Lay a foundation with the stories of your life and use it as a springboard to greatness. Lay a foundation with the stories of your life and use it as a springboard to greatness. We all have stories. We all have hurts. Do you live by them and let them paralyze you, or do you learn from them, heal from them, and use them to be great? You got your story so you could learn about life. Learn about it. Live from who you want to be, not who you were. Thank you guys so much for joining me on day 7. I can't wait to see you tomorrow on day 8 when we start with a new topic. And enjoy your day because you can. Okay, thank you.